It's overwhelmingly straight people asking anyone who will stop for money for gay rights, and finding that other straight people are often the only ones willing or eager enough to give money to something that's a dead loss. Years ago, when I was young, I moved to New York and got a job working for what I thought would be Greenpeace. It turns out after I packed myself and my things and moved on up here to accept this job, that I had in fact signed up to work for the Fund for Public Interest Research, which is not in fact Greenpeace, but a third-party contract company, nonprofit, who works with various progressive nonprofits, Greenpeace, the Perks, the Human Rights Campaign, Save the Children's, and raise money for them. I had signed up for a job that was commission-based and also had a really high turnover rate. So I was met with the possibility that after moving all the way to New York at 18, that I could be fired after a day or two if I didn't meet my quota. I was trained first by the Fund for Public Interest Research just on canvassing skills. And this involved lots of different things. Like in the mornings, we would all have to come in for an hour before going out into the field. And we would get trainings on everything from how to wave, how to make eye contact,
how to wave.
You're supposed to step forward while you wave, otherwise you won't be genuine. And how to keep people, which means giving them your clipboard so they can't go anywhere. And how to be interested. They tell us all about the issues, and they'd give people cardboard cutouts of stars who got lots of members the day before. They called it a hot night. I got a lot of hot nights when I was working there. You're paid a base pay of around $45 a day, and then you are asked to go out into the streets and stand there until you find a member, which a member has to commit to giving you their credit card or checking account information and signing up to give a certain amount of money each month. For each member that you sign up, and you're required to sign up 2 a day to stay on, you're given around $30 bonus.
So how much is a member worth to one of these organizations?
To the organizations, they're worth a lot. They're worth about, they figure 8 months. They figure before they quit or remember that they don't want to be a member or run out of money in their account. 8 months. So they give between $15 to $30 depending on how hard you try and how much you can get from them a month. And so whatever the math is, that's what they're worth. After Greenpeace, I was asked, as the office is only homosexual, to be in charge of the canvas for the Human Rights Campaign, a homosexual rights group. And they did send up a community organizer or someone who worked for them, an intern, I think, at the very beginning to meet with me and talk to me a lot about the issues, you know, and the campaign and how much money they wanted to raise. And I just maintained an air of very fatuous affability, nodded my head, and seemed concerned at the right moments. And I was set to be a Pied Piper for all these very nice young straight college students out into the streets of New York to ask them for their money for gay rights. For the Human Rights Campaign, probably, it was a smaller group, probably between 20 and 30. The Greenpeace campaign, which comprised the rest of the office, during the summer could be as many as probably 50 or 60.
This is just Manhattan?
Just Manhattan. We would meet every day in the same small office in the Hotel Pennsylvania.
Did they get to pick where they went, or did you set them out?
No, there's no choices, and in fact, we were told that we weren't allowed to complain about the sites because all sites are good. So we were supposed to look at working for gay rights at Port Authority, the same as working in the West Village during Gay Pride. You weren't allowed to say that the site was bad, it was your fault. And in a sense it was if you didn't get members. I could find members anywhere, especially if there were no gay people near.
So you got the star.
I got a lot of stars. They thought I was they told me toxic presence in the office because although I was really good in the field, I didn't like taking part in these shenanigans. I felt them to be acutely embarrassing. And so I would get the lots of stars, but I wouldn't take them.